lastly, I want to talk about favorite health care staffing. This is the organization or corporation that pretty much has been getting the majority of the business as far as from the city of Chicago, at least for what I know, when it comes to dealing with the migrant crisis. I believe their last contract was about like 40 million when they were just kind of talking about it. Altogether they were saying like up until, now that they've received like almost $234 million, as far as like working on addressing this issue. So yeah, I don't know. Like just kind of looking at, those tax dollars at work and, not necessarily complaining or saying, anything about my fellow brothers and sisters, in transition and trying to, get a better life for them and theirs, I don't know, just looking at that 234 million, like I believe some months ago when it first started, they were saying like they were paying like 50 million a month and, like rent, but that's, I don't know, like when I just kind of look at these numbers, like it's just, I don't know, to me it just don't necessarily add up, because like I said, just kind of looking at, the conditions that, some of these places are that they have people like living and residing in, it's just crazy to, say like, oh, they're paying them X amount to do this. And not saying that, they don't, whatever, but I'm just saying like that it doesn't really add up regardless, For real. 234 million, I know it needs to get taken care of, but what is the, do y'all have like a line item breakdown of this? Like, can you send me the budget, so I could actually see, like, for real, these were the projections and these were the actuals, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like when you kind of think about that stuff, like, you got to follow the money, and that's kind of how I feel, and these are my opinions, you know what I'm saying? For real. So you could criticize me or feel how you want, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel, It kind of seems like we in, that type of, industrial complex, Uh, I don't know. What is your take on it? You feel me? Like, do you feel they should get the 234 million, or do you feel that they should be getting more? You think they should have like a half a billion, you know, to do the job, I'm just saying. And meanwhile, there's other issues that are in your neighborhood that, that aren't being addressed. That's all I'm saying. Like you got to take care of home first before you kind of go out and start, fixing up everybody else's crib, you know, like fix the potholes on our block, like fix our mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Help, hook my little basketball court up in the backyard, And, then we could kind of like branch out and start doing some other stuff. That's all I'm saying. Cause it's like, yeah, man. Like the investment is real. When you look at it, it's in your face, And what can you say after that? Like when you just looking at the facts, like staring at you, like, oh, okay. We invested 234 million into this, but we only invested, $234 into, this. So it's like, that's not even like a percentage. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. Follow the money. Look at the numbers, man. Like for real. Got to detox Chicago for real. It's like we in a swamp or a septic tank. Like for real, Like it started at the root, So And if they just like pretty much making it just easy for people to do stuff like this, like how can somebody like myself or you know, have an advantage? Or do you have an advantage? That's all I'm saying. Like, and if you do, help me out. Real talk.